I'm always too much honest. I'm not very critical on my side, so that's why I'm critical with the Indians. My name is Pablo Jauretche. I'm a professional polo player and a coach as well. I started mainly playing at the farm with my family, as most of the Argentines do. I have played like 30 seasons already. Mainly, I would say that lately, last couple of 7 or 8 years, I started developing hunger of knowledge on the theories and the mechanics, the biomechanics of the hittings, the writings, and start studying on videos. And I had the luck of having lessons with a great polo teacher. He's called Reggie Ludwig. He's an old American guy. So from then onwards, I started trying to develop my sort of way of teaching, and every day I'm learning somehow. Actually, I like them both, and you can do both separately, and on the other side they go together. So, no, I'm happy with both professions. No, actually, my passion is more on the horsey side, and now lately I really get this passion of teaching, that somehow it's a learning passion, because when you give, you receive, and that's it's challenging every time. Sometimes you feel great when somebody has improved. You feel frustrated when it doesn't work out, and you really feel down when you can't transmit what you want to. I've always been keen on India, and actually in '97 I got an operation on my wrist and said this is the right time, and I came right after because I couldn't play polo for a while, and that's how I came as a tourist. And then somehow I end up playing. I get across Aviraj Singh, an old friend, and by chance I started playing that I shouldn't have done because my wrist was still hurting, and then from then onwards I kept on coming for many other times. There's some strong points on their favor. That they are mainly sportsmen. Most of them like horsemen, and they are very keen on progressing, and everybody is challenging themselves. Somehow there's a lacking of, to start with, horses, the quality of the horses, and some of them are actually not bred for polo, so everything gets more difficult from then onwards. Then I guess there is a lacking of technique in the riding, and also in the playing. There are some concepts that somehow they didn't get to learn, but I think as soon as you get into the mechanism, then somehow you can be your own coach, and you can correct when you're doing something wrong. So it's more to get it here rather than here. It's more to get the knowledge of the right biomechanics of the hits, and also the right position on the horse, rather than executing. As long as you understand, then you can always get better and progress. No, I have like the greatest memories were always in the streets, in everywhere, but mostly in Delhi. That I had a couple of children, street children, that I always came back to them, and we have such a laugh. And I always remember the smile, and that was mostly what attached me to India. I think by far my best memories have been to the challenge of playing in the Opens. That is like something as the speed, the surrounding, the whole set, the anticipation. You actually learn to think faster, and that what makes you a better player. I think most of the players of Pato that have played Polo, they got into Polo and they didn't come back to Pato. So I think it doesn't give you as good adrenaline as Polo does. And it must be among the top on the list of adrenaline, the Polo itself, no? Oh, I like quite the extremes. Somehow the paragliding, and now I'm getting into kite surfing, and I adore any sport with sensations, and you feel the wind into your head, into your face, mostly the dynamics sports. The huge advantage in Argentina is, first of all, the weather conditions, the natural conditions. Then you have the horses, and then you have the guys that start playing with the family, with the much better players that can not even teach them. They just get on the polo field and they just copy, and it becomes more natural and easier. Somehow what you're missing in India is mostly the horses level, and then you need to improve, you need to play a better standard, and somehow that's difficult here because most of the people start right from the beginning, and the level of polo is not that high that you can learn so much. So you're somehow limited. Even though I think that the Indians are basically good riders and basically good sportsmen. They're lacking of technique and understanding of the whole game. I mean, in Argentina nowadays the kids start hitting at 4. I mean, but I don't think that's such a difference if you start at 4 rather than 12 or 14. You're still young, but the sooner the better. I like very much Vishal. I like the way he plays very much. He's clever, he takes his time, he can see his teammates where they are. I like it. There's nothing to be discovered. Cambiaso, by far the best, and Facu Pieres is almost as good. Oh, and you have a limitation, economic limitation, because you need horses to play, and then you need to maintain the horses. Then you have to buy the sticks. They are not cheap. So that's basically the main limitation that he has. Otherwise, I think it's a very passionate sport, but not everyone can have access to ride a horse already, so it gets more difficult to get on a polo horse. No, it's a lovely sport. It brings the strong friendships and makes you travel. It's a good passport to the world somehow. I felt it like a blessing being a polo player, because I've been like a globetrotter around the globe, and I felt it like a blessing.